Miguel?
How many do we have?
Yeah, we only need.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Do you have a lawyer today?
No, sir. No, Your Honor.
Have the ability to hire a lawyer?
I do. The only thing is, they're way more expensive than they would be.
I mean, how much is he owe? It's a theft by check.
$141 oh, wait. So one check was written for $1,377.63, and then one was written for $141.13.
HEV?
The tax assessors, Harris County tax assessor.
Okay. I'll give you a lawyer today. That way you don't have to just start wasting a bunch of money. Do you mind appointing a lawyer?
Yes.
Vic? So just hang tight. I'll give you a lawyer here momentarily. Okay?
I'll get on
Please.
this side, but
Yeah.
right this way.
Yes.
Did you put an offer on the case?
There is no offer on the
Do
case yet.
you mind?
Yeah.
Please. Good morning, Mr. Wilson. Do you have a lawyer today?
She just reached back to me this morning, so she told me she's gonna contact me this evening when she get done with court.
Hired her?
I just got in touch with her. Like, I've been reaching out to her, but she just responded.
Okay. Do you want more time?
Yeah.
Okay. Head on over to Victoria. We'll give you more time. Hi, ready?
I just sent you an email on that. Tanya? Yeah. We had addressed it before. Yeah, it was, you sent him to get a drug test on the first BVR. And then it came back positive for opioids, I think. And they said they wanted to send it to a lab. I provided a list of the medications. And then they submitted that second BVR with all that stuff and saying that he did provide his list of.
For who?
Janelle.
Oh, the Montanil?
Yes, yes,
Is it Montanil?
yeah. Montanil's master.
Yeah, so we were waiting for the lab results to come back, and they have come back. They have,
We knew there was a presumptive positive.
Yes, the presumptive came back.
She's testing positive for alcohol, right?
No. Just opioids. It's a he.
Oh, I was thinking someone else. But one of those that she's taking tests positive for.
I think several of them do. And just a presumptive look at it, when I first looked at it, it was the antipsychotic ones that would give false tests, as far as that's concerned.
Is there just no one at pretrial that can address
None of
this?
us that go.
Not you guys. I know you, but there's no like.
No, we would have to, not even our drug technicians. I reached out to my supervisor regarding it, and to confirm that, we'd have to get someone who's certified or someone from Abraham.
Okay, I'll speak to now then. Let me reply to all you guys, and then I'm gonna bring someone else in as well. Let's see. So I'll send this email and we'll just stay in touch and then we'll see what they say.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach out to the higher ups to see, hey, do we have any, I mean, I can't believe that we don't have anyone that would be able to.
To say one way or the other.
Right,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm trying to pull up the picture I have, but it won't pull up for some reason. But yeah, there are I think one or two of the medications that he takes can give presumptive false positives.
If that's the case, then of course we're not gonna dig in.
Right.
See,
Okay. So do you want to leave them on for Friday or do we want to just hold off?
let's hold up
Okay.
the original date for now. Let me see what.
See what they come. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
She's already. She can handle. Hi.
Was it going Monday?
Yeah. Apparently you sent my client to go pee somewhere.
She don't like to go.
I didn't want to be crass, but that's the fact.
No results, that judge, she hasn't provided a sample yet.
We've had a lot of history with her.
I saw that. I got emails on Friday about it.
Had, quite a bit of history.
Third bond violation. I saw that. Do you want me to recite it out of my memory?
That, we've had quite a bit of history. Does she not have a prior case with us too? Is this,
It's 21. I don't think she does.
No, it's just.
is this the one where there was an issue with a boyfriend and?
There is a boyfriend in the car, and the really interesting thing about this is like the police officers did a full felony stop on a DWI with guns drawn, making them get out. It's kind of weird.
Capital?
It was really strange. I'm watching it going like,
Capital DWI?
that's what it was. Of course, it was like precinct 4-ish. everything up there could be a capital in their minds, you know? And so I don't know what you want to do with this, Judge.
Just don't want her using, that's it.
I get you.
That's all I want. I want to ensure that she's not. So,
Judge, and then also we have the ignition interlock that she's not driving, so we're not monitoring her by any means, because she had the portable at first, we had portable violations, so then she was revoked. Then she provided proof that she had gotten her vehicle fixed, so we swapped her over to the ignition interlock. The ignition interlock is not being used.
so let's see how it goes today. And then I'm gonna random her again. So, if she tests positive, then we'll see. I don't know.
I mean, do you want me to wait? I'm perfectly willing to do that.
Oh, and then I'll get a hold of you. Or you know what? I don't have your new number. Do you mind?
Yes. Give me my new work number. My old number is still the same.
Oh, is it really? Then hold on.
You have it for sure.
Yeah, I know. If it's the same one, then don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's the same.
5-6?
I don't give that out to anybody. That's me. That is me.
Okay, so I'll text you. And then
But do you want me to come back if there's an issue?
you can always Zoom.
Okay,
Zoom.
perfect. I'm gonna go straight to my office.
Go. Hi, Joe. How are you?
I was asked by the coordinator, Courtroom Espinosa. This is on the docket, DWI case, clients here. We are still waiting to hear about whether PTI is going to be approved on this.
Everything's in, Judge. We're just waiting to hear back about the approval.
Okay. I guess let's give it a week, Joe.
Okay, sir.
If it's approved, I'll waive, and then we'll sit you off like a couple weeks for you guys to get the contract, get the, portable and all that jazz. If it's denied, it's got to be here so it's.
Okay. We'll-
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, for sure. Have fun. Ready?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Yeah. What's up?
I am here on Mr. Mark Gurley's case, who's on docket today, Judge, Gurley. And initially, I'll wait till you find it, Your Honor.
Thanks. Girl?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I see it.
So initially, I had brought up some concerns that I had with the accuracy of the DIMS report and accuracy of the information that was being alleged within the four corners of the probable cause hearing information, I guess. And so you had set
As
this.
far as probable cause?
Right, yeah, as
You
far as
want to
probable.
redo probable cause?
Well, we had heard probable cause, and within the four corners of the DIMS, you had found that there was probable cause for the case to continue. But the issue that I had.
Want to do it again?
Well, I mean, I'm just kind of bringing you up to speed again, Your Honor, because I know it's been a few weeks. So the issue that I had raised at that time was I did not believe that that was accurate. The state had conveyed videos to us about, what the officer had seen from the dash camera perspective. And so I had issues with the accuracy of what was contained within the DIMS. I've spoken to the state this morning, and she said that she's reaching out to the police officer to find out, I guess his side of the story is my understanding. I don't want to speak for the state.
I've watched the camera footage. I just want to speak to the officer before we make any decisions on the case.
The issue.
The issue is that from what I can see, I don't want to get into the facts of the case right now in front of you, Judge, too much, but,
Then don't.
right.
Then don't. Just do what you need to do. You want, it's only 25 days old. You want-
Sure.
I just emailed him today. Yeah. I think a
Set it up
regular.
a week.
Yeah.
Is
Sure.
that-
It's a very new case. If I can get maybe a couple of weeks, Judge, I've got.
You can have as much as you want.
Sure.
It's up to you.
Yes, sir.
I guess if you just set it, if you need me to do another probable cause hearing, I'm happy to do it.
Sure.
If there's something that has come to your attention that's not right in the DIMS, I'm happy to hear it and we'll redo probable cause. I'm happy to do it at any time.
And maybe the state's conversation with the officer will clarify all of this and then.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. All right. Thank you.
I'll grant it for you.
Thank you, Rob.
Okay.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Hi, Judge. How are you?
Ah,
Good to see you,
it's been
Holly.
such a long time.
I know, I'm back.
What's new?
I have
Thanks for the warning.
kids. How are your kids?
And maintenance.
How old now? How old?
14,
Oh.
12, 9, 3.
There's 12 or 14 girls?
Well, a boy and a girl. We put them to work.
A real girl?
Girl.
God bless you in every way there is.
She's great.
Your life.
I love it. I'd have more if I had money.
Girl, it's just you and.
She's so sweet. Great.
We've been there. We were 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old girls.
Those was rough for 12.
They're hard.
It's okay.
They come out of it.
Yeah. You just give it time, patience, you know?
I have Miss Bookman, who's not on your docket.
Okay.
She was here on Friday, and she's hired me on a DWI, and she has 2 trips planned, and she has to do UAs. One is out of the country, one is not. How do you handle that?
So typically, if they're out, we have them, if they're in the United States, we have them go to like a quest, wherever they are.
Okay,
They get called on to do
Okay.
this. Get the results to you, get to us, we're happy.
okay.
If they're out of the country, how long?
She'll be out of the country for 5 days.
So
Puerto Rico.
let her know, her,
Yes, to her.
let her know not to use. She's gonna get tested as soon as she gets back,
Okay.
just so that she knows.
Okay. Okay,
So
Perfect.
just let Alicia know about the dates so that, for the out-of-country ones, so they know not to call.
okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Will
that's
do.
it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Have fun. Hi, Shrey.
2-5.
I'm just here for Mario. He's got Christopher Torres, who is surrendering himself today. I believe papers are filed and everything. But he had, and I'm a little unclear on the details because I wasn't here, but he had brought an AA log that I believe you were gonna, if he had shown you. that
Well,
was-
no. I said be creative with what, and I would consider waiving the
Sure.
fee.
And so he's given me an AA log. All right, give it to the court all the time. See it going on. He'd gone almost every day. There were some wildfires that he had to be evacuated from. So that's the only day or a couple of days he missed. Torres, and Mario's off picking a jury across the street. Otherwise, he'd be here himself.
The reason I had the problem is because he has a prior intox assault where there's like, and now we have another second.
Understood.
So that's the problem I had. And I was hoping more than just 11 classes.
I understand.
Okay, here, let me give that back to you. Christopher Torres, come up. So, Mr. Venus, correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure. Yes, Judge. Yes, sir. Be as much of a help as I can.
On a sentence of 10 years in prison, probated for 10, can that be used on a third degree to enhance to a 15 to life?
If the probation is successfully completed, no. For enhancement purposes. It could be for jurisdictional purposes to make under 4904 or whatever it is, to make it would count as a previous conviction for those purposes, just like an assault family member, even a deferred adjudication would count to make a second.
My curiosity stems from because with his intox assault, he was sentenced to 10 years, probated for 10 years, and it looks like he may have completed successfully, but it's still a felony conviction, right?
Correct, but it's not, you can't use it to enhance punishment ranges, essentially. It could be a jurisdictional paragraph, but not an enhancement paragraph, if that makes sense.
My concern, Mr. Torres, is you're now pleading guilty to this DWI second. The problem is that if you pick up another DWI, from now on, you're facing a third degree felony. You're looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. And I don't know if they can use that intox assault conviction to enhance you to an even further penalty, a further consequence. I mean, that's why I'm asking you. I don't know. I know misdemeanors, but the problem is that with a felony conviction, they can use it to enhance punishment. Perhaps it's a 15 to life next time you pick up another DWI. I don't know. But do you want to take that risk? That's the problem. I mean, imagine all this that you've suffered now, and we're here yet again. What's it going to take? A death? Well, I know you say no. Everybody says no. If I had one strand of hair for every time, I'd have a nice looking head of hair. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. What are we doing?
Oh, let me get a
You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law, and you give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, it will go on your record. It will be there forever. And I'm telling you now, your record, it's not a good thing. You get pulled over, even with the faintest smell of alcohol, you're going to be charged with a felony. Do you understand? I wouldn't, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car. So he goes in today.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna waive the fee because you're going into jail now. So I'm not gonna tack it on, but stop. Don't kill someone. This weekend alone, 3 people died on our roads this weekend. This weekend, 3 people died. It's not hard. Just don't get into a car. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm gonna find you guilty, sentence you to 50 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you've done. I'm gonna suspend your license for 1 year. Do not drive until you get a license, and then we'll take him into custody now, and I'm gonna roll your court costs so you won't know anything, all right? Okay,
you, Judge.
Good luck. Thank you.
Appreciate
Thanks for
it.
coming. Great to see you, man.
You too, Judge.
So serious.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Morning, Judge.
Hi, Judge. Same old. We're here on Miss Gillis.
Thought I had it open. I closed it. All right. So Judge, she's one out of Pennsylvania for theft by deception, false impression. This one will be asking for no bond on the extradition because over the course of 6 times, she stole $780,000 from an elderly, and it shows from the hit that she's an international flight risk with a non-American passport.
That's the first time I've heard that, an international flight.
That's what it
flight
shows
risk.
on the
Is
hit.
Interpol involved?
Well, so that's why I was surprised because this was a DHS referral. I was kind of surprised there wasn't a nice hit because she's not a citizen and it shows. So I don't
Want
know.
the bond?
Check.
I want a PR bond.
PR bond. Okay, so let's bring her out, please. Gillis, if you don't mind. Yeah. Joe, you want to talk to me while we wait? Ms. Gillis,
Yes.
good morning. So your lawyer is asking for me to set you a bond. I don't know. I've never met you before, and I have about 5 minutes to get to know who you are, to see whether it would be right to set you a bond. I have no idea what you're charged with, but the problem is that you are an inherent flight risk because you're wanted out of another jurisdiction. There's a warrant in some other state, and we got you here. Michigan.
Your Honor, around October 31st, 2023, it's alleged out of Pennsylvania that this now defendant manipulated a bank to over 6 transactions, cause a total loss of $780,000 to an elderly individual from the retirement fund. There has been regarding the affidavit, when speaking with the complainant, states that the checks for the individual were mailed out to her name with the corresponding physical address. On notification from DHS, it shows that she is an international flight risk, and due to those factors, the state would be opposed to a bond for the extradition.
Why would the Department of Homeland Security say that she's an international flight risk?
I'm not sure. I can reach out to them, but obviously if I reach out to them, I can reach out to DHS and ask why. I only get the notification, and so I haven't spoken with an individual. But
What other criminal history does she have?
she does not have any others, just the 6 incidents arising from this affidavit.
I can clarify.
Please.
Possible. I believe they think she's an inherent flight risk because they arrested her at an airport on a connecting flight, which sounds terrible, doesn't it? You're thinking, oh, she's leaving the country.
Really? Was she headed out of the country?
No, really, she was going to Jamaica. She's from Jamaica. She comes back and forth for business. She's got an H1, H2B, something about H visa. And her father is a US citizen. Here's the kicker, Judge. She gave birth January 30th of 2025.
Okay.
She's breastfeeding. So when our lovely county got her, they said, too bad, so sad. She's been in custody for 4 days. They've refused to give her access to a pump. She has asked for a heating pad to do it herself. They've only given it to her 2 times.
I mean, we'll see about, I'll reach
I
out
just
to
think
medical.
this is
Don't worry about that. I'll reach out to medical.
That
and
is
see what we-
insane.
Yeah, I know,
But,
it sucks.
Like
It-
6
and that can
days
happen.
later, and I'm like, she was clearly arrested with her child, okay? So it's not like she's lying. But I just think because of that, let's add some other things, because that by itself is like, oh, that sucks for you, right? But it's a 2B. It's not like she's a flight risk. It's not like she's a failure to appear. I get that it's like a theft by deception because of some bank mailing thing. She's never given an opportunity to go turn herself in. So I think that considering the fact she's never had an opportunity to turn herself in, this is not where she's just like running the country. She comes here back and forth. Her child is born here. Her father lives here. Connected with the fact that she has some problems going on now with her 1-month-old that she's going to have to figure out. I'm asking for a PR bond. I'm asking to give her a chance. We've already done her wrong.
Before I give her a PR bond, I would like you to figure out why they're saying that.
With the international flight risk?
Yeah.
I'm more than willing to
Not only that, but you're telling me that she does this all the time. Let me see.
Do you go back and forth? You can tell the
Yes.
judge yourself.
I have a travel visa. I have a visiting visa for the US, which is a 10-year visa, and also have a H2 visa, which is a work visa. I worked in Utah, I worked in South Dakota, South Carolina, Massachusetts, Florida for the past 5 to 6 years, back and forth, and I also do
then you should
extensions.
Prove all this.
Yes, I do. The currency office do have my passport with my visa currently stamped in it.
So let's do this. Let's roll it to tomorrow because I don't think now it's, wow, is it already 11:30?
Yes.
Holy moly.
So they do have it downstairs in the old.
Tomorrow, I want proof that she does all this this international travel routinely, so we know that she's not just trying to take off.
No, sir.
And then I'd like you to reach out to them to see why is she international flight risk. Is it a 2B?
It is.
You know, I'd like to know how they justify saying that, right? Or do you just think because she's on a flight now?
I don't
know.
I only
That's
get,
why.
I'm perfectly willing to call. I'm just obviously aware of making the call to DHS regarding the pending Pennsylvania charge. I don't know what's going to trigger, so. Because she doesn't have an accent right now, but because she's on a visa in
Oh,
terms of
Judge,
what they
this
just said
is,
to her.
this is crazy.
So like I said, I'm
Because
willing
then
to,
ICE is gonna put a hold on her.
that's what I mean. It's like, I'm
ICE is
willing.
going to do it regardless.
ICE has not
If
put a
she-
hold.
No. If she's here with the proper documentation, they're not going to put a hit on her. If she's here with the visas, then there's no reason for her to put a hit.
Judge, they're deporting students nowadays, but hey, that's okay. All right, I'd like to put you on the email with medical about the breast pump. I find that outrageous.
Yes, I will help you with that. Don't worry. But I'm not prepared to set her a bond yet with
Okay,
Mr. Kim saying the international, and then she's on a flight to Jamaica.
we'll get the proof. I'm gonna have to zoom in tomorrow though, but I'll get it handled.
Sure, of course.
Yes, Judge.
How are you, Judge? Good morning.
Good morning.
Still, yes. Judge, I'm here on Jesus Figueroa. It's approaching on a plea. You're on?
Okay, are you ready? Oh, it's a second DWI? Is it a true first?
Is it true first?
Okay, I'm okay with it. Come on. That's why I was, got it. Okay. All right. Good morning, Mr. Figueroa. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. It looks like the state is going to reduce that, take off the enhancement. So now you're facing only 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you have done. You need to understand that this charge will now go on your record as of today. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. What we're doing today, from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. Do you understand? You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, there's no turning back. Do you understand?
Yes.
This is what you want to do.
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, sentence you to 3 days in jail, granted you credit for 2. I'm now going to suspend your license. I have to. I'm going to suspend it for the minimum, which is 90 days. From now on, you get pulled over. An officer's going to see this. Even the faintest smell of alcohol, dope, anything, you're going to go down. So don't get into a car, even if you've had a sip. You understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck. Thanks, Josh.
And we filed a DPS waiver search.
I'm going to waive your fines and fees that would normally be $4,500. That's what you would normally owe with a case like this. You pick up a second DWI, it's $6,000. Do you understand?
Yes.
And a minimum of 30 days in jail. Get the clue. All right, good luck.
You can.
Thanks.
Judge, I have another case. Last name is Said, S-A-I-D. I'm here, Attorney Russell Newman is in trial. He wanted me to take care of this case, but he's not present. He's not here today, Judge.
Okay. I'm going to end up revoking it then. He was supposed to go.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Do you know Said? Did he show up?
We got notification that he did not.
Got it. Okay. I'm going to end up revoking it.
Something his father has been in touch with me.
No, he's supposed to be here. This is the second time we've done this. The case,
It's old, yeah.
no, it's 250 days old.
Okay.
He knew it because I admonished him
Right.
I
ad
don't know.
nauseum last night. So,
We'll see what we can do with it, Judge.
thanks. Thank you. All right, 5,002 on both. Is this the
From
one,
last week,
did you
yeah.
get it done?
We did. I just heard we got denied for PTI. Yeah, I'm shocked. I thought it was a good mitigation packet.
Just due to the accident and the details of the driving fast, he was denied.
What do you want to do?
I'd like to set it for trial. Well, actually, I'd like to have a compliance hearing. There's some discovery that is missing. The state brought it to my attention. I'll let the state.
It's so there was multiple agencies on the scene. It appears that we only received discovery from one of the agencies and the other agency did not submit discovery to us. I have watched the footage and I've been able to identify the other officers on scene and I've been in contact with them. I just haven't received the discovery yet.
How long do you think, have you spoken to them or no?
Yes, I've spoken to the,
What did they say? Do they have it?
they would need to look. I think there might be an additional offense report out there and I think there might be an additional body worn camera.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. I'll set it for a compliance hearing on Friday. Subpoena the well,
I mean, you're judging, if we don't have this by then,
I mean, yeah, because the case is like,
case, right?
you know,
This has been an issue I've seen with this particular agency.
what agency is it? What the flip?
I've seen it where their system goes by offense report number, but sometimes when they have a different offense report number. So then when the body worn camera comes back, it tracks to a different number. There's a way that HPD can pull it up by their own name and badge number, but we don't have access to that. We just pull it up by the offense report number. I've seen that in felony. It's bit me in the behind before when I was in trial where, you just don't know where the body came from.
Okay. I mean, I guess Friday. Blaze, what do you think?
I mean, it's been.
261 days.
I think if we are telling the officer, like, you need to have it by then, I'm hoping that lights a fire.
Okay, Friday.
I have a scheduling issue for Friday, Judge.
Zoom in.
I can zoom in. Well, what if he's gonna do a plea? Well, I guess it's, we'll see if it comes.
See if it comes.
Yeah, I think they may dump it.
It's.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I wait my client's appearance though? Okay. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge. I was here on Friday on two cases, which is Manuel Cooch, COC, and then CUZ.
Yes.
And he's in custody, Judge, but right now he's in the 177.
Okay, we'll roll with tomorrow.
Yes, sir. And then another defendant is Neil White, and he was in custody and being processed on Friday, but it appears he made bond over the weekend, and he's not here, Judge. And he's got a bond violation, Mr. White bond violation report, and the state has filed a motion to revoke and raise. And he didn't check in, Judge.
PR bonds on all these cases.
Neil?
Make sure, White is in custody, right?
No.
No, I don't.
It's still said he's in custody.
At you going? You got Neil White? I'm showing bond made. I mean, he's supposed to be here for these cases today. I mean, I guess maybe they get him a 7-day setting. I don't know.
And then you need another shirt on
White.
They just haven't given it yet. I just.
So what's probably going to happen is he got a 7-day setting.
He's got what, Judge?
He got, when they bond out, they get 7-day settings normally. Okay. I'm assuming that they probably gave him 7-day settings on everything. What I'd like to do is put him on for Friday. So if you have a good number, please reach out to him and let him know that we're going to put him on docket for Friday. He has to be here. Okay.
And the other gentleman carried till tomorrow. Thank you, Judge.
Have you played Monopoly before?
No, sir.
You've never played Monopoly before?
No.
In the game of Monopoly, you get a get out of jail free card. This is it. Not going to happen again. You failed to give a sample the last time when you were supposed to. It's not going to happen again. If you fail to live up to your side of the bond conditions, your bond will be revoked. You will go into jail. That's it. Do you understand? I'm not going to play this game with you. We have expectations in this court, and you are to live up to these expectations. And when you don't, Actions have consequences, and that consequence is a revocation of that bond and straight to jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm happy that you tested negative now, but if you're called upon to test and you fail the test, that's it. Understand? Okay. All right, counsel.
Thank you, Judge. Judge Neil McKay, I will prosecute with you, Judge, in this court.
Wow. That's number one.
Judge Neil, great Scotsman.
I hold on a second. We're talking 70s here. I mean, but I don't want
Yes, I was in the office 77.
I think, I want to say he was the number one judge in here, and that was,
I tried a lot of cases in this court.
let me see, hold on a second, I'll tell you.
He played bagpipes. He was in what do you call it? What's that fraternal organization?
Neil McKay, he was in 1973 in August was the first time he sat on the bench, and he retired in 86, in December of 86. So,
I've
yeah.
been here in the mid-70s.
Wow.
Yeah. Great man, great man.
Yeah, never met him.
All right, just
All
thank
right,
you so
guys.
much for your consideration.
Of course.
I mean, I'm trying to,
Just impress upon him.
yes, sir.
Okay.
You have a seat.
Please, you're free to go. Okay. Good morning. Pretty good. How are you? So, well, the last name was with a V, right? Vessel, right, all right. So Ms. Vessel, you're here for several reasons. It looks like you've picked up two cases with us. You've picked up a criminal mischief, failure to identify oneself as a fugitive from justice. So on that one, you're facing up to a year. On the mischief, you're facing up to 6 months. But you also, it looks like, have a fugitive case. It looks like
For 2 counts of simple robbery.
is that how you understand it? You're wanted out of East Baton
Yes, sir.
Rouge for 2 counts of simple robbery. Are you waiving formal extradition on those 2 cases?
All I know is I want to do the 14-day thing.
Then you must waive.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Now, has she made bond on the new cases or no?
She has not made bond on the criminal mischief and the
So
failure.
here's the kicker. You've not made bond on those cases. So essentially, that 14 days is told, meaning it's put on hold until you either take care of these cases or you make bond on those cases. Do you understand? So I guess, and are you appointed on those other 2 cases as well? So the lucky thing is that you're in this court with those 2 cases, so perhaps you guys can, but we'll put the waiver in file. So as soon as all that's taken care of, the 14 days will kick in. All right? I'll have him explain it to you more.
Just like what I explained earlier, is that these 2 local cases are going to prevent you from being transported. And until these cases are either resolved or you post bond, they wouldn't be able to transport you because you still have a local code.
So I wouldn't be able to get a PR bond on these 2 cases?
Even if you get a PR bond on these 2 cases, you would still be stuck in custody on your fugitive case. Unless you posted a bond on your fugitive case as well.
What you mean?
So.
Oh, until the
even-
14
even if-
days or?
Yeah, even if.
14 days is just kind of stopped
Right.
until you take care of the 2 new cases.
Okay, meaning.
Once you take care of those 2 new cases, by either 2 ways, you either dispose of it by pleading guilty or you post bond on those cases. If one of those 2 things happen, then the 14 days starts running for East Baton Rouge to come get you.
Can't get credit for time served on me during this?
I'll talk to the prosecutor.
He'll talk to you about that. I can't talk to you about that now, but he can talk to you about it.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So we need her please to sign.
She can't sign it here. I'll bring it.
Okay, that's okay. All right. All right. Good luck, Ms. Vessel.
Good morning, Judge.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing great. So you were on bond for an assault case, and now you've picked up a new case. You've picked up a criminal mischief. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you. So Mr. Sims was appointed to represent you on the assault. He's now also going to represent you on the criminal mischief. I have no idea what happened. So we're going to do probable cause real quick because I want to see what happened, and then we'll go from there. Okay?
Yes, Judge. On December 12th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to an apartment complex regarding a disturbance.
Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, the property manager, who stated she was working inside the leasing office when she received a call from a resident stating there was a man breaking windows inside the apartment complex. The complainant stated she left immediately and saw the defendant walk up to a unit and smash the front window with a closed fist and elbow. The complainant stated the defendant then walked into his apartment, a next door unit, and the complainant stated she recognized the defendant and has had multiple issues with him in the past. The complainant stated both the front windows of the two next door units were destroyed and each window would cost $1,000 to fix, so a total of $2,000.
So I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. You know, we gave you a PR bond. All we asked you to do was not get in trouble, and now you've picked up a new case.
Sir, I have an illness. I kind of had my house got broken into.
But I don't want to talk about the case because we've got a bunch of DAs here, and then whatever you say, they can use against you. But what we can do now is I don't know how to go forward with this. All I know is that we've asked you not to pick up a new case, and you've picked up a new case. And all I want, Mr. Said, is I want my county safe. That's it. And I don't know how to go forward. So perhaps we get a TRAS done to see how we go forward. In the interim, let's see what the state says about, you know, your lawyer had worked out a great offer for you on the first case where it was going to be a mental health diversion program where if you get a little help, they were going to dismiss the case. I don't know how we're going to go forward now because of this new case. We need a little bit of time to figure out how we're going to go forward though. So I know you want to get out, but I don't know how comfortable I feel giving you another PR bond. We gave you one and here we are again. If I give you another one, what's going to happen? It's a rhetorical question. I don't want you to answer, but that's what I'm thinking now. If I give you another PR bond, what's going to happen? Who do you have here in your life that's here to help you?
My father, mother, sister.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is this, is that I'd like to get in, perhaps Mr. Sims can get in touch with your family to see how best we also go forward. You know, I don't know who you're living with. I don't know whether they're able to, you know.
He lives by himself in his own apartment.
Yeah, I still would like to reach out to your family to see how we go forward. The other thing is this, is that normally when we have cases like this, I forbid you from going back to the apartment complex.
That's what I was gonna put you on, Judge. I will need to speak to the leasing officer. I don't know if they will still want him. I don't know if they're planning to evict him because the 2 units that he caused damage to were in the apartment complex that he lives in. So I don't know how.
And I'll tell you, I don't know.
Do you want me to step out and check?
No. I mean, because nothing's going to happen right now anyway. So I guess reach out to them, see what their feelings are on the matter. Now, we're not going to take a long time to do this, Mr. Said, but I don't know how to go forward, and we need to figure it out the best way for you so that we don't want this to happen again. And we don't want something even more catastrophic to happen. So I'm going to ask Mr. Sims to reach out to your family. We'll also see about getting you with a TRAS to see how we also go forward with this as well. And then with the state to see if they're still okay with the mental health PTI. Okay. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is that it's going to take a couple of days to get this done. Okay.
I don't think I have a lot of health problems. One of them.
I'll let you talk with Mr. Sims, and he can tell you, he can tell me what and how to go forward. Okay. But I don't want you to say anything now because, like I said, I don't want you to get in further trouble. Okay. I wanted to bring you out to let you know the roadmap and how we're going to go forward. Okay. All right. Thank you. Morning, Mr. Brown. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. Second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 12 months. You need to understand that even though they are reducing this to a first, that's still 2 DWIs now on your record. What happens on the next one? What happens?
Go to jail.
Not jail.
Prison.
Right. Minimum of 2 years, a maximum of 10 years in prison. And I'm going to tell you now, if an officer pulls you over, the only thing they look at is your record and how you look. You got that smell, even the funkiest smell, don't matter. You understand? So if I were you, I would never get in a car, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, because it's a humongous risk. Financial as well, because this is not going to be cheap for you. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, there's no turning back. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
As part of this agreement, you will do a DWI repeat offender education program. Two victim impact panels. You will also do what's called a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. They could say, supportive outpatient treatment. It may say intensive outpatient treatment, whatever it is. You must fulfill those conditions as well. No breath test refusal. So if you're pulled over in a car and an officer asks you to submit a breath sample, you must do it. No drugs, alcohol, guardian interlock. Do you have any children?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One of the things is 40 hours of community service. I think that probably a parenting class would be better than just mindless work. If you guys are okay with it.
Yes.
So is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above in this case?
True. Yes, sir.
Okay. So a couple things. Don't drink alcohol. If you don't have a license, don't drive. You are now on this probation and we expect you to fulfill it. If you don't, there are serious, serious consequences. One of the other things is that there is a surcharge on your license that you're going to be required to pay. It's a $4,500 surcharge. You will get 2 years to pay it, but you have to do it. Do you understand? DWI is big business in Harris County. And it will actually in Texas. I tell you, if it continues, one of two things happen. You're going to be broke or you're going to end up in prison. One button on your phone, $50, wherever you want to go. You know what I mean? I hope that you get it now before it becomes too late. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, sentence you to it. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, a year. I have to suspend your license. I'm going to do it for a year. Just if you do well throughout the probation, come back and we can talk about a license. But you got to be in compliance, do well, and above all else, just don't drink. All right? Okay. Good luck. Good morning, Ms. Cepeda. You were charged with 2 cases. The one that you're pleading on is the DWI. On that case, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked that agreement where they're offering you 30 days in jail with credit for the 19 days that you've done. Understand this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. Do you understand? Is this 2 or 1, Josh?
This is what we're pleading on DWI and dismissing the prostitution case.
Right, but I mean, is this?
Yes, Your Honor, the first.
We can talk while all my
Are you on probation or parole at this time?
Her felony case, she's scheduled for a TRAS. I think they offered a probation on her possession case.
You need to be careful, man. If you get on felony probation, you have to live like you have a halo above your head because you can be facing a lot of time elsewhere. You understand? This case is going to go on your record. It's going to be there forever. What you need to understand is that from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases. The other thing is with your record, if you get pulled over in a car, you need to understand that it's a very good possibility they're going to harass you just because of this. Do you understand? So don't give them the ammunition to mess with you. You understand? It's not hard. One button on a phone will take you anywhere you want to go. 30, 40, 50 bucks. Really? You understand? Giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You could be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it's going to go on your record. You can never take it off. You understand? This is what you want to do. Okay, how do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty? Understand you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine, but I'll sentence you to the 30 days in jail, credit for the 19. Also understand there's fees and surcharges in amount of like $3,500 here. I will waive it, but if you come back on a second DWI, get ready because it's a $6,000 surcharge. All right? All right. Good luck, man. I am going to suspend your license for 90 days as well. Run it, CC. Okay, good luck, Mr. Gaines. All right, thanks, Judge. Good morning, Mr. Gomez.
Yes.
Do you have a lawyer today?
¿Tiene abogado hoy?
Perdón?
¿Tiene abogado hoy?
No.
No.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
Dígame qué está haciendo acerca de eso.
Trabajando para, pues, llevar mis diligencias cada día. Tengo pruebas, traigo unas copias que me validan que sí estoy pagando.
La única cosa que yo quiero saber, si tú tienes un abogado, si no, ¿qué estás haciendo cerca de eso? Nada más. No quiero saber nada más.
Trabajando.
Working.
Trabajando. Consulté a un abogado, pero se me hace muy dificultoso pagarlo. Con un down
Consulted with one
payment.
lawyer and it was too difficult to pay for it.
How many lawyers have you spoken to regarding hiring on this case?
Con dos.
With two?
That's not enough. There are a gajillion and one lawyers in Harris County. 99% will put you on a payment plan where you pay as you go. You've had two different settings now, and you've talked to two lawyers in two different, that's unacceptable. You need to talk to more. You may talk to 10, you may talk to 15, but you need to put effort into it. 99% will put you on a payment plan where you pay as you go, and you can negotiate.
Puedes negociar con ellos.
Entiendo.
I understand.
Entiendo, pero es difícil. Yo tengo mis pruebas, mis copias de que le estoy pagando mis biles y el abogado se me cobra down
I have
payment.
proof of how much payments I have to do for my bills and attorneys are expensive.
Down payment como $2,000 y con todo esto se
They're
me
asking for
hace
like a
muy difícil.
$2,000 down payment and everything else is hard.
You talk to two lawyers only. You need to talk to more lawyers. Other lawyers are different. Not every lawyer is like that. We gave you a lawyer on the first one, and 3 months later, you pick up another DWI. You need to start talking to other lawyers. It's time. I'm going to have you go to Victoria. We'll have you sign a reset. If you need to talk to 10, if you need to talk to 15, that's what it may take.
Sí, tengo un problema con mi dispositivo que no me permite estar muy fuera de 5 días, 6 días, 7 días. He perdido 2 trabajos ya, 2 proyectos por cuestiones de esto.
Device.
I'm not going to talk to you about this is why you need a lawyer. But I'm
bien difícil ir y no tener quien lo lleve, cómo manejar, o sea, es más difícil pagar.
It's more difficult to pay.
I don't know. I mean, just
okay. Bien difícil.
You do not have a license. You are not allowed to drive.
I know.
That's it. We've asked you not to consume alcohol. Stop. I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah.
Just take a seat for me.
I'm just in trial on 184th, but I'm on my lunch break, so yeah.
Try. Good job. Thank you for coming. Really, good job.
They texted me and I'm like, I was downstairs.
Not many will, so. Señor Gámez. Sacaste tu primero y declaraste culpable en junio. Ya 4 meses tienes un segundo. Esta no es una buena cosa. Y te digo ahora, si tú estás manejando, te pongo en la cárcel tan rápido que vas a estar como así. ¿Me entiendes, Méndez? No manejes para nada. On the affidavit, there's an indication that there may be. So I want, and please relate to him and admonish him. You know, I'm not happy with him. And if he's driving now, it's really going to end up poorly. No manejes para nada. No me importa qué estás haciendo en tu vida ahora. No tomas, no usas drogas ilegal. ¿Entiendes? Si te pillan manejando, hijo de la grande. All right, goes with you. Hey, look who it is.
It is.
It's been so long.
It has. How are you doing? That's good. I have Mr. Kareem Desalegn.
What's the last name?
Deslesine. He's I'm not pronouncing it right.
No, you're close enough. So,
Cases of theft and the POM.
come up, Mr. Desalegn, or Delasleen.
How do you pronounce your last name?
I'm not going to play this game with you.
Yes, sir.
You continue to take off. The only reason we have you pick up a new case. It's a third bond that you've gotten. I'm not going to do this again. You pick up a third case or you violate conditions again, I'm going to go bonkers. Do you understand? Can you tell me where the theft was from, Alex, please?
Target. The alleged theft was from Target.
No more going to Target. I'm making that a condition of your bond. You're not to have any weapons. We've given you a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Elena. She tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging. I'm telling you, at some point, someone is going to stop honing the money to get you out. Do you understand? Okay, so I'm just no going to any Target, no weapons, and that's it. Just stay in contact with you, and then we're happy.
Sounds perfect.
So, all right, come on, man. It's proud.
All right. Thank you.
All right, don't leave until you sign our bond conditions. Yes, states. Yeah. So if you can file no going to Target and then no weapons, please. All right.
No weapons as well.
Please.
Yes.
All right, please.
Thank you. Are you ready for it? Okay.
Okay, well. Good morning, Mr. Gafour. Sir, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with theft. You're also charged with criminal trespass. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 20 days on the theft with credit for 8 days that you've already done. Shh. Is this how you understand it?
I understand it's time served. I'll be getting out today.
Correct.
Okay, yes.
What you need to understand that this will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Understand.
The theft can also be used to enhance your punishment at some point to a felony. If you continue to pick up theft cases, at some point they will hit you with a felony and you're looking at years instead of days. Do you understand?
Understand.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, the right to be arraigned, charged, read to open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, it'll go on your record. You can never take it off.
Okay.
Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, sir?
Definitely.
I will find you guilty. I will sentence you to 20 days in jail, give you credit for the 8 days that you've done. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.